This is normal. This is normal. We've normalized this. And the problem is we go into these situations saying, oh, I can afford that payment. Instead of understanding that, hey, I probably shouldn't finance something that's 60 to 70% of what my income is. All right, quick one today, y'all. So I came across this Dave Ramsey clip, and it looks like this young couple was actually over $1 million worth of debt. So I'm going to play this clip right here, and then I'm going to actually go ahead and explain to you guys how this actually happens to people.
You have $300,000 of credit cards and personal loans?
We have about 335,000 student loans and about 136,000 in credit cards, 44,000 personal loans, and 35,000 car loans.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay. So what in the world? Are you both on this, or is this just one of you that's completely lost your mind?
Well, I have the majority of the student loans, and he has the majority of the credit cards. My credit card debt is not great.
Okay, so why does he at 29 years old run up $100,000 in credit card debt?
Well, he's 32, but I think it's one of those things where just making really poor financial decisions, thinking be able to pay it down as you go, and it doesn't happen.
Jesus, over pretty much $1 million of non-mortgage debt. Now, I believe she says in the next part that they make 210. They've been spending a hell of a lot more than 210. All right, no, guys, this is how this happens, and these people aren't like out of the ordinary. Like, you may think like, oh, that's a pretty extreme situation. Like, no, there's normal people out here doing this stuff every single day. Because what happens is, how most people use their credit cards is they use their credit cards to buy things that they don't have the money for at that point in time. And so what happens is you get so antsy that you can't wait or save up for that purchase that you're trying to make. So I'm not talking about using your credit card to capitalize on maybe the points or the advantages of that, but I'm talking about you don't even have the money to spend this, so you're gonna go and just put it on a credit card. And so this man has racked up over $100,000. This couple actually has racked up over $130,000 of credit card debt. And honestly, they're not out of the norm. People do this crap all the time. They take out credit cards, then they max that out, they take out another credit card with 0% interest, and they spend all on that card, and they say, hey, I have a whole year to pay this back. And then you just never make the initiative to actually pay it down. And then next thing you know, you're in a situation like this. Listen, I'm telling you guys right now, credit card debt is not something that you want to play with. You don't want to be in this situation, because these people are one disaster away from being bankrupt, basically. But we can't finance these lifestyles. You cannot finance a lifestyle that you cannot afford. Stop caring about what everybody else thinks.
You've been making 210, spending 310. I'm getting ready to put you on 30.
Okay.
You're not going to see the inside of a restaurant unless it's your extra job, or you're waiting on some of the people you work with during the day.
Okay.
This is how humbling this is going to be.
Quite.
It's going to crush a lot of crap in your soul that caused you to do this. So the bad news is it's going to be really rough.
Yep.
The good news is it's going to be great for you guys relationally, spiritually, and financially. But you're not going to make the financial unless you make the relational and the spiritual move, because I know you guys because I was you guys. This is exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did in my 20s.
That's what most people do.
I bought and purchased a lifestyle that was 5 to 10x what I had.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was all because of crap inside of me that caused me to do that.
So yeah, there you have it. He pretty much said, you guys, it's going to be tough. You got to buckle down. And I mean, that's the stuff that me and my wife had to go through. You know, we did this stuff. I'm not talking about these people like I'm any better than them. We've done this stuff. There's a lot of people who are out here doing these things. Right? But you have to sit there and buckle down. So if you're in a relationship, it's buckling down and saying, hey, what are we willing to sacrifice to get out of this situation? And that's the problem. Some of you aren't willing to sacrifice anything. You got to drive the newest car. You got to go to the newest concert. You got to go on the latest vacation. You deserve it. Right? You deserve the car that you have. Let me tell you something right now. If you make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year, you don't need to be driving a $50,000 to $60,000 car. Just because you feel like you deserve something does not absolve you from the math on that equation. That's it. Now, making $210 and spending $310 is absolutely absurd. And the problem is we go into these situations saying, oh, I can afford that payment, instead of understanding that, hey, I probably shouldn't finance something that's 60 to 70% of what my income is. So what are you willing to sacrifice? Truthfully, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because you can't be in this situation. If you're ever going to get out of that poor situation that you're in, you have to sacrifice something. Something has got to go. Or you can continue down this path, and what you are sacrificing is your future. So it's up to you. It's up to those choices that you make. You're going to either sacrifice something. Listen, this is going to be tough for them. They might have to go out, get another job, get multiple jobs. They're not going to see each other for a long time. But I'll tell you this, when they get to the end, if they truly buckle down and say, you know what, we're going to get through this and we're going to pay this debt off, they'll be much stronger for it. And he alludes to that. He talks about it. It's like, you guys are going to get better because we're accomplishing a mission. So if you're single, congrats to you. But you know, now you are the only one who has to hold yourself accountable to these things. And so, guys, we have to, people do this stuff all the time. This is not uncommon. This is normal. This is normal. We've normalized this. If you don't believe me, go into your car dealership right now, and the first question they're going to ask you when they're doing all of their qualifying on if you can buy the car is, hey, what are you looking for your payment to be? Not how much the car is, not about the interest rate, nothing else. What do you want your payment to be? We've become numb to this society of just living by payments. So for the vast majority of people, and I know there's probably going to be some people, I don't agree with Dave and his credit card stance and whatnot. Listen, for the vast majority of people who aren't financially responsible, you don't need to be using credit cards. I'm telling you, it's a quick way to get caught up. It really is. It really is. But great video. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people out here in the same situation. Maybe not to the extent. I mean, they at least have a pretty big shovel. 210 is a great income. But yeah, there's people out there with a lot less debt and make a lot less money. So ultimately, y'all, what are you willing to sacrifice? Is the question that you really have to ask yourself. So till next time, the future I see is up to me. I'll talk to you on the next one. Take care.